Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Samashrita ye padapallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murarehe. Bhavambudir vatsa padam param padam 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 yad vipadam natesham. Samashrita ye padapallava plavam. Those who have taken shelter of the transcendental boat of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, who is described as Mahatpadam, at whose lotus feet the Mahatattva rests, the Mahatattva which has caused all this material creation and this manifestation that we are seeing around us, that is always resting at the lotus feet of Vishnu. Mahatpadam Yasho Punya Yasho Murarehe. That enemy of Murari, Krishna, that enemy of Mura demon, he is called, Krishna is the enemy of Mura demon and he killed Mura, and that's why he's called Murari. And Punya Yasho, his glories, the glories of that Murari, Krishna, are Punya, they are all auspicious. Anyone who takes shelter of the boat of the lotus feet of Krishna, Murari, and constantly hears about his pastimes, because the Supreme Lord, Krishna, is one at whose lotus feet Mahat Tattva also rests, Mahat Padam. For such people, Bhavambudir, the ocean of this material world, because all spiritualists are trying to cross over this ocean of birth and death. Bhava Ambudi, Bhava means repeated birth and death, Ambudi means ocean. So for crossing an ocean, what do we need? We need a boat. For those who have taken shelter of the boat of the lotus feet of Krishna, to cross over the ocean of birth and death, for them, Vatsa Padam, that whole Bhavambudi, the ocean of birth and death becomes Vatsa Padam. It becomes reduced to the amount of water in the hoof print of a calf. Vatsa means calf, not even a grown-up cow. It's a small calf. In its hoof print, how much water will be there? Hardly 1 cup of water will be there. Is crossing over that water in the hoof print any big deal? Very easily we can cross over. And Param Padam, their goal is the supreme destination, which is attaining the abode of Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan. They are not, their eyes are set on the topmost goal. They are not even satisfied with simply Sayuja Mukti, liberation by merging into Brahman. Even they are not interested even in that. Their eyes are set on the topmost goal. We have to go back to Godhead. For such people, Padam Padam Yad Vipadam Natesham. For them, this material world, which is Padam Padam Yad Vipadam, at every step there is danger in this material world. We don't know what is going to happen at the next moment. It is so dangerous, this material world. In fact, there was an incident which happened some years back. There was a plane which took off from, I think, Rio de Janeiro or some Argentina or something. There were a lot of tourists who had gone to that place. They were all returning. So it was a big plane and there were about, I think, 300 or 400 people on board. And the plane took off. After the plane took off, one French woman, she came running. She had to catch that flight. She got delayed. But by the time she reached the airport, the flight had already left. So she was very upset that what to do, I missed my flight. Somehow she got a seat on the next flight and she booked on the next flight, got on board the next flight. She landed in Paris. When she landed in Paris, I think it was Paris. I may have confused the places, but anyway, let us assume that it was Paris. She landed in Paris. When she landed, she got the news that the flight which she missed, midway during the flight, it had crashed and all the 300, 400 passengers had died. So she was so relieved. My God, I was so upset I missed the flight, but I am so relieved now that it was good that I missed the flight. And her husband had come to pick her up from the airport. She got into the car, very relieved, and they both drove back home. On the way, when they were driving, a truck came and hit the car, and the woman died. So look at this irony. She missed the flight, on which all the people died, and she was thinking, I'm so lucky. I have cheated death. But the very next moment, one truck came, finished, over. See how it is? Every step there is danger. If you miss death on the flight, there is a truck waiting for you around the corner. If you miss the truck, something else will be waiting for you. If you miss that also, there will be a pandemic waiting for you. Just like you are seeing how it is in this material world today. The pandemic is raging all over the world. Many people, they just get some mild symptoms and they become normal. And your next door neighbor, he will also get COVID. And suddenly you will see he has become serious and he has died. Suddenly, no reason. He'll be very healthy, he'll be normal, but suddenly he becomes serious and he dies. If you ask the doctors what is the reason, no reason. We don't know why. For you it was very mild, but for your neighbor it became serious. You ask the doctors why, they don't know. They have no idea. They are still trying to figure out. At every step there is danger. We cannot know which virus will come and strike us and what will happen to us, and we will die which moment, we don't know. Okay, to protect ourselves, what I will do? I'll go and take a vaccination. Oh, now I'm protected from the vaccine, I will not die. Next morning, there will be some blood clot in my heart, I will have a heart attack and I will die. Finished. So I don't know when death is going to fall upon me. No idea. Any moment, I can fall, I can drop dead. This is the reality of this material world. But for a person who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, the dangers of this material world cease to exist. Why? Because he has taken shelter of the Supreme Lord. He is progressing towards the supreme destination. After dying, next birth, he is going to either either going to take birth as a human being and continue his devotional service, or he is going to go back to Godhead. So it doesn't make any difference to him for a devotee. For a devotee, there is no such fear of this material world, of what danger is lurking, at which corner. There is no fear for a devotee. A devotee is fearless.